We live. We live.
Hey,
Friday.
what's up, fam?
Hey,
What's
people.
going on?
Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy
Hey,
Friday.
hey.
I'm so happy to be here with y'all. You don't even know.
Yo.
Come on,
I have
Shades.
missed y'all. Listen, I'm giving you Hollywood realness for 5 minutes, and then I'm
Yes.
Five
act
minutes.
and then I'm gonna
Yes,
act like I
Hollywood.
got some couth, and I'll take them out. But
We don't need no couth today.
No, we don't. We really don't need no couth any day.
we
But
really don't.
Not today.
we're going to wait for some folks to come on in.
Come on in, boo. Come on in, boo.
Hey,
Yes.
Hey.
Enter the space, y'all. Enter.
welcome.
I have
This
so much
space.
joy right now because I am with y'all. And if I don't know how y'all feel, but this whole week has been an entire challenge. It's not been a bad thing. It's just been a challenge. And I am grateful to be with my sisters because I love y'all so daggone much.
Honey, likewise.
Same,
I
sis.
feel like every week
Super
is
happy
a
to be here.
challenge.
I know you ain't, girl. Tell the truth, Nick. Tell the truth, sis.
Like every week be a
A
mess.
struggle. A straight up struggle.
Struggle bus, honey. Like,
I know.
who wants to share a story from the week?
Well, I will share.
Okay.
I am super excited. And this okay. Let me act like I got some sense now. Okay. And I haven't even started drinking yet. This is the shame. But I will. I am just high on life. I'm really excited because my little group, Black Girl Fit Club,
Yes.
is moving and grooving.
Hey.
We will have an official launch for y'all public people soon. But
Yes.
on Sunday, my treasured members of the Black Girl Fit Club community get first dibs at the launch. I'm so excited. So I'm feeling joy. And both of y'all were a part of a fantastic photo shoot that we had last weekend.
Honey, yes.
It was
It
so
share
dope.
some of that.
It was.
Yeah.
And I need you to not say your little group, okay? Your group is popping.
Right.
Okay, number one. Number two, the world really ain't ready, but they better get ready for Black
Listen.
Girl. Listen, I wore my shirt out earlier.
Mhm.
I had like a gazillion errands to run today.
Girl.
And
right.
I had my Black Girl. I had my shirt on.
Yeah.
When I tell you how many white people was looking at my shirt, I was like,
Okay.
get into these hips on the front of my shirt.
Right,
Okay?
right.
All of it. Okay.
Get into it. But
Let
they
it
weren't looking at
minister
it
to
like
you.
they weren't looking at it in a like nasty way. I think they were really looking like, ooh, what's that?
Right.
Like,
Right.
listen,
right.
I would run up on a
yeah.
Black woman in a second and be like,
Exactly.
you see this?
Okay.
Get into
Listen,
this Black Girl
I got
Fit Club.
postcards. Girl, I got you.
Honey,
I got postcards. I
yeah.
have everything. I'm so excited. And for those of you who don't know, if I can say just for 2 seconds, this group is like a wellness group. We come together.
Yes.
We're improving our relationship with self. It is for us, by us. I'm so excited. It is what has helped me lose my 60 pounds to date. And I'm excited. So yes, this ain't about that on the sip, but yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
my
is.
joy for this week.
No, yes, it is. Because
Yes,
it's
it
about
is.
all of us collectively and all the dope stuff that we're doing.
Yes, very true.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Absolutely.
So
So big ups. If y'all have not followed Black Girl
Thank
Fit
y'all.
Club, what I'm gonna need you to do
Okay.
is take your behind to the Instagrams and all the what other platforms we got, right?
Instagram.
Tell them about
There is a website, but I'm not gonna tell y'all yet because I want the members that have first dibs.
Okay.
But Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything. We're gonna be sharing a beautiful welcome video with y'all soon, probably in the next 2 weeks. And then we will open up membership after September. So that's how it's going right now. Membership is already closed for the next 30 days. I'm so excited. And that's all I got to say. Okay.
Awesome. And as y'all see on the screen, hop right over to your IG and type in Black Girl Fit Club and follow.
Just get you some more Black Girl magic, okay?
Exactly. You need it in your life.
Okay.
So what we sipping on today, ladies? What we sipping on?
You go first, Nick. I'm getting mine ready.
I have a little mango prosecco like Raj.
That looks
Ooh,
good.
yes.
I'm getting my bougie on like Raj.
I need some mango prosecco in my life.
It
Now I
is
feel like
banging. Yo, take your behind to Trader Joe's. It's $5.99 a bottle. They
Okay.
have
$5.99.
$5.99. They have peach. They have mango. They have raspberry, strawberry, and they have grapefruits.
Yes, I'm here for all of that.
Okay.
And they will get
Okay.
you lit and turned and bent.
Okay.
Okay. And turn.
Upwards and backwards.
What's up,
$6.
Natalie?
But it's very yummy.
Yes.
That sounds good. I'm with it. I mean, usually people go to, a restaurant and get a glass for $6. You know what I'm saying? So
Clearly. And you get a whole bottle.
get your life, y'all.
I don't need a whole bottle of Prosecco for $6. I don't need to know that good,
Yes.
delicious bottles exist at $6.
Exactly.
You see?
No, I think that is truth that should be shared.
Oh, man.
Yes,
I
yes.
need $3. I need 3 bottles for the quarantine. Thank you very much. I need, for my stock.
Right. Exactly.
Y'all got a sock too? I got a sock. Never mind.
You said
Nothing.
a
Oh
sock?
no. I said
You
for,
got a
for my
little-
stock at home. I mean,
Your
like
stock.
you
Nothing.
go
What did you
to-
thought she
because-
said? What you thought
No,
she
nothing.
said?
I don't want to say it loud.
Hilarious.
Everybody can buy their business. Cool, my bad. I ain't disclose.
I know what you said.
I'll tell y'all later.
Okay.
Listen, everything ain't for the gram and
Yeah,
for
no, that's
online,
real.
y'all.
That's
That's
real.
why we
I love y'all,
sisters,
but
it
so,
ain't. Exactly. That's gonna
I
be
didn't
for
say
the
that.
sip after dark.
Exactly.
Okay.
But what you drinking, Carrie?
So don't be mad at me. I'm not sipping on anything today but love and peace and happiness. Because I gotta work for a few more hours tonight, and I gotta be pretty alert. So I'm just trying to stay professional.
Listen, professionalism.
You
Well,
know.
you know what? I'm
Is the
gonna
key.
have a drink. I'm gonna have a glass
Have a drink
you,
for me.
because, in your honor,
Listen, the last 2
memory.
Fridays, Roger ain't being able to have no drink because she been
Right,
working,
exactly.
so she about to get lit.
Right.
Get lit.
Right. And I just need you to know, darling, I'm drinking. It's called The Collection. It's from Italy. Thank you very much. It's
Oh,
Prosecco.
excuse me, darling.
Well, I knew it was a
Smells
prosecco. I
fantastic.
mean, 'cause,
Clearly.
Don't serve me champagne. Serve me Prosecco. Thank you very much. Okay.
Oh,
Live your life.
man.
No.
Hilarious.
No, but I have been saving this because, like you said, we've been working so much. Thank you, Jesus. But now it's time for me to have a little Friday libation and bless God. I don't know what y'all are drinking, those of you who are watching us.
Yes.
But I hope you're having something because, like Neek said, every week is that kind of week these days. So I hope y'all, are celebrating with us. And from our living room to yours,
Welcome
to the
sip.
sip.
Oh, we did it! Love y'all.
Y'all's in the house. Thank you for watching, y'all. Jamie,
Hey, y'all.
Natalie, thank y'all so much.
Yes.
And I know we started separate watch parties, and I know everybody's like watching from all over, but thank y'all for rocking with us, and welcome.
And y'all, please share this. Share this right now to everybody all your girlfriends, your sister friends.
Yes.
We really want people to feel uplifted and inspired, and we really want y'all to just let your hair down and enjoy for the next 45 minutes this little groove we have right here, and our guest artist we have, which we'll be interviewing soon, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm excited to talk to our guests.
Me too.
I am too.
Me too.
Y'all ready to bring her on now?
I'm ready.
Do you want to talk to? Oh yes, you going to talk about your BAN, or you
Well,
going to do that?
let's include her. Okay.
Yes, even better. Okay.
We're gonna include her.
You want me to read her bio, or you want to?
Yeah.
do that later? Okay. Hold on one second.
Awesome.
All right, y'all. Let me talk. First of all, before I read this incredible woman's bio, I want to say something about it is a beautiful thing. I've talked about this a lot, y'all, and there are some beautiful musician communities in all places, but Denver has this magical community of brown creative people, and we are so excited to be able to share some of our favorite people with you.
Yes.
Because these people inspire us so much. And not only is this woman an incredible pianist, composer, arranger, teacher, mom, wife, everything, she just has beautiful energy. And I met her when we did the Diane Reeves show with Jofoke that was produced by Candy and Carrie for the breakfast, the brunch. Don't let me say it wrong.
You good.
Hiawatha.
For the
Davis.
Hiawatha. I didn't want to pronounce it wrong.
You good. You good.
For the Hiawatha Davis Senior Luncheon. But what this woman doesn't know is I was so extremely nervous when we went to rehearsal, and she was nervous too, and we kind of bonded because we talked a little bit before everybody else came in the room. And you'll see her, she's so soft-spoken, but then she's dope. She plays like Thelonious Monk tribute bands, and she's just amazing. So without further ado, let me read to you our guest artist, Tenia Nelson, who's going to be coming in here. Tenia Nelson is a woman who lives, eats, and breathes music. She's a pianist, percussionist, composer, arranger, and educator. She has 18 plus years teaching experience in all levels of education. At the present time, she teaches privately in her music studio, as well as classes at Neighborhood Music, which is at Stanley Marketplace. She got her bachelor's from the Metropolitan State University of Denver, bachelor's in music education, and her master's of music degree, jazz studies, from the University of Colorado at Boulder. She's a board member of the Gift of Jazz organization, which actively supports jazz performance in the Rocky Mountain region, in particular to ensure that jazz remains a creative force in Colorado. Come on, sister. She also performs regularly at jazz venues in the Denver metro area. She's a freelance music artist, and she plays all types of music. She leads a well-known Denver-based group, Spherio, which focuses on arranging and playing the music of Thelonious Monk. Mm-hmm. And that's Tenia Nelson on keys, Bob Songster on bass, Andreas Schmidt on drums. She also performs with Brass and Good Society, John Romero and Amansar, and her own group, the Tenia Nelson Trio. Denver, Colorado is a city with long supported jazz traditions. As such, Tenia feels like this area provides her with unique opportunities to perform with an array of awesome local and international musicians, which serves to further her growth as a jazz musician. She lives in Denver, Colorado with her family, her husband Tim, son Theo, and dogs Miles and Brillo. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for letting me get through that correctly. And I present to you my dear friend Tenia Nelson. Woo! Come on in, sis.
Accolades.
Yes. Okay, upon. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm trying to do great with all the stuff that's going on, but just living one moment at a time and hanging out with the fam and friends and keeping busy.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That is awesome. And how are you finding your peace at the moment? Or what do you do to find your peace at the moment?
Drinking? No, I'm just joking.
Listen, let's hear
a drink.
It be like that
sometimes. It be like that sometimes.
No, for real. No, just playing, just being creative is actually helping me a lot right now. Hanging out with the most amazing family in the world, my husband and my son. And we just got a little puppy, so yeah, hell is crazy in my house right now, but
that is so dope.
That is so dope. And are you finding that you're doing a lot of online performances and things like that? I've seen you do some dope shows recently. Like, how are you adjusting to your performance life in this Corona quarantine situation?
It's interesting. I mean, we're in some weird times right now, and right now I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what I can do to still play the music, because the music's not what I do. That's just who I am. It's like that. I'm gonna find a way, to perform. So.
Absolutely.
Well, I am so excited to have you here, sis. I appreciate you. We are so excited to talk to you.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes. Yeah, what you sipping on, girl?
So my husband, I'm telling you, my husband's bomb.com, for real.
Shout out to the husband.
Shout out. I'm like, I'm on the set. And he's like, and maybe hook you up. So,
he knew what's up.
we po right now. We didn't have a lot of stuff, but he's like, he put in some grenadine and some bitters and some whiskey. I love my Maker's Mark. I love my whiskey.
Okay.
I'm a whiskey girl.
Didn't we used to make the perfect Manhattan sneak from the Maker's Mark? Come on now.
See, I can't do Manhattans no more.
I know, well, me neither, girl. That's why I sip Prosecco.
The perfect hangover. That's what it should be called.
In my single days, that was a whole nother conversation. Place and time.
You're stupid.
I have the funniest story on this. I think it was on my 37th birthday over at the Crimson Room. And people were just buying me stuff. And I'm like, Manhattan. So I had like 5 of them.
Girl, Lord Jesus.
5?
5.
I can barely get through 2, child.
Right.
Through 2? Ma'am, through 1. Especially Rogers, which is all alcohol. I was like, man, what am I drinking? Rubbing alcohol?
Girl, it was my birthday, so I was like, whatever. I didn't focus. I wasn't functioning until like Monday or Tuesday because that was Thursday. That was Thursday night.
Yeah.
But I was back to norm on Monday.
Monday.
Like, we're not doing that no more. We're not doing that anymore.
I can only imagine.
I can't even. Yeah.
Those kinds of experiences only need to happen once for me, and I'm.
Yeah, that was it. I was like, no more. Yeah,
right. I'm good.
Yeah.
So, Neek, did you want to? I'm sorry, I almost got started with the interview, girl.
No, listen, I do have a BAN for the week. I do. And I really need somebody to compose us a BAN jingle.
I know a producer.
You know what? Maybe I will reach out to Mr. Brooks Roberts. Which, by the way, is his 40th birthday today. My boo is 40. He's 40.
That's what's her baby daddy. That's
listen,
baby daddy.
40 never looked better. Okay, he can still get it.
Less than 6 months. Six months to
yes.
40. So I'm all about it. I'm
all about it.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Bring it.
I'm turning 42 this year.
It's okay, girl.
Girl,
you ain't
don't look at age and don't look over 30. Okay.
I know.
So,
thank you.
Melanin don't crack. Yes,
melanin
popping.
Melanin
Absolutely. But my BAN, which will be brief because he doesn't even really deserve the attention, is this producer, this white producer named J.W. Lucas, and he has produced platinum hits for Lil Uzi Vert, Weezy, The Baby, all these Southern dudes, right? So here you are, a white man making coin off of Black culture, and you have the audacity to say basically that Breonna Taylor, because she used to date drug dealers, that
here we go.
Oh, damn.
You got to deal with the consequences. I'm not saying her death was right, but if you live in that life, you got to deal with the consequences. When I tell y'all, Rhapsody posted it, Moo Fresh posted it. Yeah, they are taking him down, and I am getting my absolute life. So,
what is this man's name? I don't even know.
His name is J.W. Lucas. Like, I'm not big into like Lil Uzi Vert, but you know, Lil Uzi Vert is kind of big, and this guy is writing hits. So I'm just glad that people are at least drawing attention to it, because what you don't get to do is produce hit records for Black people.
Period.
And then have the audacity to go around and to turn and talk about some mess concerning Breonna Taylor. Sir, you are all the way canceled.
Wow.
Please have a seat. And you will never produce another record in Black culture again. If they do it right. If they do it right.
Wow.
So, and he tried to put out some whack-ass apology. No, sir, we're not accepting it. No. Just go climb in your white cave and be done. Right. So he gets the BAN of the week. Like, that's the worst.
Girl, of the year.
First of all, yeah.
Well, I mean,
you don't even have the right to say her name.
Trump is number one.
Right? We ain't never gonna forget that.
Right.
But
Trump is number one, but yeah, he's the BAN of the week.
Wow.
They're trying it.
I don't even know what to say on that shit. I mean, I'm sorry.
Nope. Say whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'm just
go ahead, girl.
Like the thing that you guys were saying, like when you first started, I was like, the fuck?
Right. I was
like, no one deserves that at all. Period.
No one.
Who you are? No one.
Period.
No one. Just
But
because
also-
she hung out with gang members and stuff, like, come on with that. Get out of there with that. Get out of there with that. That's just no.
Completely irrelevant.
But
No.
even more than that, it's like for you to. I think it's really interesting people who make money off of Black culture. How comfortable they get, and how they're made to feel like whatever they say and do is okay, and we're just going to excuse it. And here you are again, sir. I hope that your mouth canceled your check. I hope it did, because you felt so comfortable to share that how you felt, and so now you get to see how Black people respond to your racist ass. I don't care how many good songs you make. It's just like R. Kelly. R. Kelly's canceled.
Honey.
He's been canceled.
R. Kelly did much worse than what you did, in all fairness.
Right.
But still,
True.
it's just,
Trash.
nobody is accepting any of that stuff these days, especially now.
Especially.
And if you still can't see that now, then you really need your ass beat. I'm just saying,
honey.
The fact that he fixed his name to say he fixed his mouth to say her name. You know what I'm saying?
Even
and then
say her name.
Like it's it's stuff like that makes me want to drink. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I don't, I might lay hands. You know what I mean? Like
for real.
That's real though. Because come on, man. Like there is absolutely no excuse for me to be sleeping in my bed and for the cops to just come up in here, guns a blazing, and then blame me.
Right.
What?
Right.
That's what
and
you're
you're
doing.
a
That's
responder.
not okay.
Like, how do y'all not see that as like?
That's insanity.
Right. Right. And I like what Natalie said. What he did. What has been done. Criminalize a Black victim of a crime. That is so true.
100%.
That's exactly the problem.
100%.
And that's why you need to be canceled.
Canceled. I hope he never makes another dime in this industry. And I swear to God, if Baby and Lil Uzi Vert and them find out and they hire his ass again to produce another track, please, y'all, Black people, come on. Like, we cannot keep giving space to folks who ain't really rocking with us.
No.
Yeah, that's disrespectful for
That's real.
It's not even okay.
Can I add a question, Nick, about what we was texting about earlier? This is just pop culture, and I would love to get Tenia's thoughts on it.
What was we texting about, girl?
We was texting about the fact that Raphael Sadiq and Adele have partnered up to do an album. Have you heard this, Tenia?
No.
Raphael Sadiq is going to produce Adele's next new album. And listen.
Wait, what?
Wait, Raphael Sadiq is dope.
I want to
He
hear
is the dopest.
Wait, I'm confused.
He is the dopest.
Tony. Hey.
Why?
Adele?
Right. So what do you think? What do y'all think? I ain't going to say nothing yet. What y'all think?
I'm not an Adele fan. Point blank and the period.
Oh, and the period. Okay.
The next time she performs at the Grammys and can hit a note on tune without having to stop and restart, then maybe I will like her.
Okay.
All the shade.
The shade. Because I'm sick of. Listen, if Jill Scott would have got on stage and sang it to you, they would have dragged her from here to Mississippi.
No, that's no
real.
joke.
But Adele can get up there and it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this again for the third time in a row. It's like, girl. So I'm interested to see what he would produce for her. Like, he's so dope. Like,
he's hella dope.
I'm just
That's why I'm
interested
confused.
to see is she changing up her genre? Like, because he's not writing them sappy love songs for her. He's not.
Right.
No, that's not what he does.
No, I feel like she's gone.
Are you an Adele fan, Tenia?
I mean, I like hearing her, but like, I'm not like a super like hardcore fan or anything. I listen to people. I listen to folks. I mean, she's good.
Yeah.
Like I said, but I'm not like a really big fan of her. So.
Right.
I'm not.
I think, I don't mind. My thing with Adele, it's not even Adele. It's that I get tired of the I'm going to slip my wrist and run down the street crying after you music.
That kind of gets old a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It really does. Yeah.
And when you come out with a new album and it's the same old saw you on the corner just the other day, I mean, like, girl, give me an album about you getting your life. I want to see Elle in some hot pants, Adele in some hot pants, and like drinking from a bottle of champagne,
Honey,
like living her
period.
best life.
Living her best life.
I'd
Yes.
be all for that.
So maybe that's what she's about to do with
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
I think she
never
might.
know.
We'll see what happens because I know that she recently got divorced, and I'm not trying to like.
dang.
From my understanding,
Oh, I didn't
her
know
ex
that.
took damn near everything from her,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Which I was just like, that's super trash. But
That is
hella trash. Hella
But
trash.
please, can
Right.
we not make another album about it?
No, but that's what I'm trying to say.
No,
Like, I don't
right.
know.
I get you.
Based
I
on
get you.
the
I get
situation, I feel like we might get another album.
Right. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But we
That's all
know
I'm
if
saying, but I don't
Raphael
know.
did it, it's still gonna be doper than before. So
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
shall
don't
see,
know.
guys. This is gonna be
Listen, we're not
interesting.
trying to be shady boots on this show. We just
Not
saying.
at all.
just
I
speaking my
just
opinion.
don't like glorifying, white women that like kind of sing under the like, oh, they sound black, right? But we have black women, like actual black women that don't need to sound anything but them, right? Out here trying to make moves and they don't get the love and attention that they deserve. That's my issue with the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I hope that at some point in time that she will find a way to like create that space, to force that space, right?
Mhm.
And use her privilege to leverage that space for black women that have paved the way for her to be where she is. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest issue with it. I feel like
I agree.
He could have done something different, but that's my opinion.
I agree. Like, I do have to give props to Amber Jean from Moonchild.
Mhm.
Homegirl being out here like black women,
exactly,
producers, y'all, Black Lives Matter, like, because she knows
Exactly.
she's profiting. She knows she has a black sound, and
Right,
homegirl,
yeah.
I would appreciate if Adele did that. But girl, we don't see you out here caping for any black women.
That's real.
Also, I feel like Adele and Jasmine Sullivan were kind of coming up at the same time,
Yep.
right? And when everybody was screaming about how phenomenal Adele was, I was like, "Have you heard?"
What about Jasmine?
Sullivan?
Exactly, 100%, 100%.
Or bust the windows and
right.
I'm like, I'm not as wild, but by all means, do what works for you. But I did feel like every song was like, and I'm ready to just slip my wrist and go walk into an ocean somewhere. I can't do it. So
I feel you on that. I feel you.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Do we have a question of the day real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually we do. And I just want to give a shout out to my students at the Kaleidoscope Project because I stay stealing their questions. Every week I'm just like, I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use that one. So shout out to my students, Kyra, one of the dopest rappers I know. So the question of the day is, if you today, and I feel like I know the answer for Monique, but if you today could do a collaboration with a living artist, who would it be? Like, just you make a call and it's a wrap. Who is it?
You got one, Tenia?
I got a whole bunch.
Whole bunch, right?
I know. Let's do two. How about two? Let's do two. I know that doesn't explain too much. But.
Tia Fuller.
Okay. Love her.
Mm-hmm.
I love her. Like, I have always had this. Well, long story short, her mom taught me in the 8th grade at Maury Middle School. And that's when I actually like got interested. She's like, do you know about my daughter? I'm like, no. She's like, my daughter plays jazz like you. And I'm like, okay, cool. So like, I heard, I was like, dang. She's like fire now. She's like Grammy nominated and everything. She's like killing it.
I love
playing
her.
with Beyonce. I mean, I would love to just sit there. I mean, even though I know her for the most part, like I don't actually played with her. She's just, she is amazing.
Yeah,
she is amazing.
Yeah, Tia's dope.
And probably the Roots.
Hey,
the Roots for sure.
Yeah.
I still got that hip hop love. I grew up a hip hop head. And it was in R&B, like just I still have that love. So
yes.
But I don't discriminate, so I'll play whatever. So
whatever.
Right.
Good music is good music.
That's real.
That's very real.
Right.
We gotta do another gig. We gotta do a gig, all of us together.
Yes.
That'd be
we
awesome.
do.
Yeah, we gotta do a dope
It
thing.
would be.
For sure.
100%. And I'm not gonna lie, I know people were talking mess about Hamilton. I don't know why, but the musical. But when I saw the Roots presented on Hamilton, my whole world was like, yes, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, to be in that, to just be in that space. I love musicals, and so I was just really, really excited to hear some people I really love and admire in that space like that.
Yes.
Have you seen the Roots? Have you seen his talk on how Hamilton came to be? And how Black Thought did a talk at a university, and basically the talk was about listening to your purpose. But the way that he frames it is how he became involved with working with Hamilton, and how he went to a meeting that he didn't even want to go to, but it ended up being about something else. And it's a really powerful talk. I'll share it on the SIP for y'all to see, and I'll share it with y'all. But it really, at the end of the day, it's a motivational talk for artists. I really love it.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. Okay.
An artist that I would like to collaborate with would be D'Angelo and Omar.
Yes.
I knew he was gonna say Omar.
Yeah, it's Omar.
D'Angelo, yes.
He is the bomb.
Yeah, I think me and D'Angelo would make like another Nothing Even Matters, but like doper.
Yeah.
I feel it in my spirit, So D'Angelo, holla at me when you got time,
Right. That's dope.
Yes. Are y'all gonna do a music video?
Yes. You mean like what Raj doing with D'Angelo?
With D'Angelo, what's
that
song?
With D'Angelo?
The music video. Oh my gosh!
Titled.
No, when he was naked, I can't remember what's the name.
Oh, how does it feel?
I'm still a married lady.
Honey, you better call Mr. Ryan Oliver Landell and get I
might just sit in the audience, Should there be a remake of that? I might sit in the audience, but
that is hilarious.
Next to my husband, but I won't.
Too funny. Well, y'all
already
know my number one. No, you go, Carrie. You go. No, you go.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I keep interrupting. I apologize.
No, you
didn't. Anderson .Paak, just because I'm in that zone right now. I feel like we would do some really, really fun stuff together. And I want to say Lauren. I don't know if mommy's gonna show up. So. And then I said it's not shade. It's more so like, will you be there if you say yes? You know what I'm saying?
If I invite you, will you?
So, because I love you and I appreciate you. So I'm just gonna stick with Anderson .Paak, and if Lauren will work with me, I would love to make that happen too.
I am sure you could convince Lauren to show. If anybody could talk her into doing whatever, it'd probably be you. So I'm gonna hold out for that comment.
It's gonna happen.
Make that happen. All love to you, Lauren. All love to you.
Like, we love you, girl. Let's get it together.
Right.
Okay,
take a sip on this.
Do we have any other before we dig into this very dope interview with this very dope, amazing sister? Anything else you want to say, Carrie?
No. Well, I just wanted Mo to go.
Oh yeah. Y'all already know.
Right.
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Shut it.
Hey, no question.
But Thundercat is number 2.
Oh, girl, yes.
Thundercat, yes.
If Thundercat could produce an album for me of Sade hits,
what?
Oh,
come on.
boom.
We're gonna call that into the atmosphere.
We're gonna call that. Because I want to do a Sade. I want to do an album. I want to do a tribute album. But I don't want to call it a tribute album. I don't like that word tribute.
A retrospective, darling.
Yes, a retrospective of her life and just like a chronological order of her fabulous music. And if Thundercat produced it, honey,
yeah. I'm here for it.
So
I can feel
that. Yep.
Thundercat next to Michelle and the Cello. Thundercat.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I would love to collaborate with Michelle too. Listen.
Yes.
Fire.
I want her to know how fabulous I am. I've been a fan for so many years.
I know.
I need her to know.
I need you to know.
Yes. Okay. Have we covered everything? Are y'all ready for this fabulousness?
Let's dive in.
Okay, I am so excited, Tenia, to meet you. To come to Denver and to meet not only a female dope musician, but a female dope pianist that plays monk. I feel like that is a distinction that needs to be said every time. So, can you tell us a little bit about how did you, this dope, beautiful sister, come to be a pianist that plays not only every genre, but at that level? How did you get introduced to music?
Wow. It's, like, my parents, I mean, they've always been super supportive and whatnot, but like, they're working like 2 or 3 jobs and couldn't afford lessons. So my auntie, who's like 4 years younger than me, like she was, taking piano lessons and whatnot. And then eventually she got sick of it. And she's like, do you want this? I'm like, want what? She's like, you want my keyboard? I'm like, okay. And this happened when I was 11 years old. So I was like, okay, why not? Like, because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life. I mean, at that time, I wanted to be a doctor of all things. But I can't deal with blood, so that wouldn't have worked out too well. So my Aunt Shawan, big shout out to my Auntie Shawan. Yeah. But she ended up giving me the keyboard, and the rest is history. It's like, like I actually taught, we can afford lessons, so I actually physically taught myself how to play the piano.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So with the music books and all that stuff,
you're like monk in a whole lot of ways. You did go to school, I know this, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure. Like I taught myself how to play for like a good year and a half, and then eventually I decided to go and do like bands and stuff. My first band was in 8th grade. I was in the jazz band in my 8th grade year. They needed people. I was like, okay, sure. I don't know anything about jazz, but okay, I'll do it. Like,
playing it.
So, I mean, I did it, and and after that, I was just like, wow, this is actually pretty chill. I like this. So, so I kept it going and played through high school, and then, decided that I was gonna, be a music educator and play music for a living. Yeah. Most parents would freak out, like, oh my God, how are you gonna get paid? How are you gonna have money? My mom was like, my mom was like, just as long as you go to college, I don't give a shit. Exactly. I was the first one in my family to go to college. So she's like, she pretty much said, you do you. You want to do music? That's cool. Right. So I did that. And so that's pretty much where it started. So
that's dope. Awesome. And I mean, I know a lot of us musicians, not me so much, but I know, Nick, you had challenges like you trying to play the violin, and some parents are just not hearing it. So I'm happy to hear your parents were supportive, girl.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah. Are you from Denver originally?
I was born and raised in the Bay Area.
Oh, word.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. From East Palo Alto, born and raised.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But
you get to go back there and stuff?
I haven't been there since I was probably 6 years old.
Oh, girl.
But I mean, I grew up in California. I moved here when I was about 8.5, 9 years old. Back in 1990. So I've been a native of Denver since 1990. So
wait, so you've been a part of this music scene for a long time then. So what have you seen about the Denver music scene? Like, have you seen it change? Is it very much the same? And I love that because you and Joe Foke kind of have that same experience of being around here for a while.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of change. I mean, just I feel like there's a lot more musicians like that are just, at first I was just like, when I was starting, because I started playing professionally when I was about 18 years old. I mean, they've all been there. I just feel like a lot of the musicians now, I mean, there's so much more, some people, so many people that came from like different states to be here in the scene. So there's definitely a lot more musicians here for sure. And I love it.
What have you felt about your experiences as a musician of color in Denver? Has it changed? Has it been positive or,
Overall, like, to be honest, it's been positive overall. I mean, you do get like some crazy shit from the audience members a lot. I mean, it's not just like the musicians I play with, because a lot of musicians, I'm very selective on people that I play with, because I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with them and the people that we relate and like people that can, like, because I'm very much an empath, so like I need to have like good energy around me at all times. If I feel like that energy is like then I'm not gonna play with you. That's just how it is.
Right.
So I'm very selective about who I play with. And that's pretty much it. But
I felt
everyone's
that when you
been
did the rehearsal with us, I felt that energy. I felt like we were all trying to bring that same positive energy at that time. And when you what is part of your creative process? Like if you're an empath, like right now, how are you feeling about creating, and are you inspired to create songs that kind of speak to what's going on, and how do you bring that into your work?
a little bit of both right now, because right now I'm like in the midst of composing some stuff. Right now I'm a firm believer of what Nina Simone said. She's like, if you have a pretty much being a musician, especially in the times of what's going on right now, we pretty much have we have a gift. We can do something with this. And right now I've been like creating music right now. Normally I have a hard time composing. It's hard for me. But
what's hard about it?
Just getting like, I'm such a perfectionist too, just like getting things right, just getting things right.
Yeah.
And, and I'm trying to get out of that because I'm just like, I know things are not perfect, but like, it's just like, if I feel like, when I'm writing and there's something just doesn't sound right, I'm just not going to like, no, we're not going to do this. But like what I do is like, thank God I have this vocal recorder in my phone. I'll just, whatever I have, like ideas all over the place, I'll just tape it or like record it or something, it's just, it helps me out a little bit. And then like, I have like all these pieces of stuff from probably like the last 2 years that I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what to do with, and, it's hard, but like, especially right now, like I'm definitely, someone that's been on my mind right now has been Elijah McClain.
Yeah.
And I've, and like that kid so reminds me of me. He reminds me of my son.
Yes.
And I just want to write something for him because he's so important to me. I've never even met the person, but he is so important.
Yeah.
So important.
And for those of you who might not know, Elijah McClain was a local musician here in Denver who was murdered by the police. Unjustly murdered by the police. But he was incredible. He was a violinist.
Such a great musician.
For Kittens. He would play for anybody that he knew, and he was such a
beautiful soul, man. Beautiful soul. So like it breaks my every time I see a picture, I'm like I just like break down, and my husband's like, you saw a picture of Elijah again, did you? I'm like, yeah. It's just it's so like, and I just told myself, I'm like, I gotta do something about this. I gotta write. So I've been like constantly just writing and getting ideas for this beautiful young soul that we just lost too soon,
I don't think people fully comprehend the emotions that those of us who are left behind feel, and especially how we walk with that. And I think it's beautiful that you want to create art that speaks to that, because I think that's the way we can kind of put our emotions somewhere.
That's what we got to do. I mean, that's like I said, I don't just play music. That's who I am.
Right.
It's like if I feel like something, like I've been hurting so much just with everything that's been going on. It's like if it's not the racism, it's the COVID. I think I was telling Monique, I just lost my cousin just lost her husband to COVID. So it's just like, this is a mess. I got to do something because like, I know I'm personally, like, I'm very open about this, but I have severe depression. I have severe anxiety, and this stuff attacks me a lot first. I mean, I was already bad before the COVID. And, like, with all the COVID and the racism and all the stuff, it just made it worse. I'm just like, I got to do something with this. And my husband, you got to do something with this. And I do. And, like, that's where the music comes in. That's where you can play music, and that's where you can compose and, something that comes from here.
That's right.
I
feel like we have such a beautiful gift in music.
We do.
Where I don't even care if anybody hears it. I think that's
the
beautiful part.
Same. I agree.
Out. It's like talking to somebody for me to go and play in the mirror in my bathroom for 30 minutes. I feel such a release of
Right.
stress. And so I just commend you for, getting through this time as best as you can, especially with what you deal with your mental health. We commend you, and listen, do whatever you need to do in terms of your music. And I know you're going to compose something beautifully brilliant during all of
Thank
this.
you. Thank you.
100%.
This is rough. Like, I
It
know
is.
it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean,
yeah, it is crazy.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, like, art saves lives, and that's
It
the way
really
that we
does.
consistently
does.
persevere. You know what I'm saying? It's the way that we've always communicated. It kind of reminds me of the Hiawatha Davis event where y'all were scatting and Diane was like, "This is how we talk to each other."
Yes.
So, like,
Yes.
it's all that's
That
the
was
language.
sorry.
That was that's the language, and so that's how we persevere. That's how we come through for each other and for ourselves every single time. So and I just want to let you know, and just like Mo and Raj have been saying, how phenomenal you are.
Absolutely.
I just want to make sure you completely understand
Phenomenal.
how dope you are on them keys.
Thank you guys so much.
Real
Thank
talk.
you.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm trying to get to that, I'm trying to get to that point right now because like I said, I've always been a perfectionist. I thought, and with my anxiety comes into my playing too because I feel like I'm not good enough. Or I feel like I'm not doing things right. The struggle is real, man. It's like, and you have so many amazing musicians around you, and I'm just like, why are people coming to me for gigs? Like, why are people asking me for gigs? And my husband's like, because you're dope.
Because you're dope.
Exactly.
You know what? A wise woman, my fellow coach Faraja told me today. She said, if you don't spend time sitting in the wins as much as you sit in the challenges, you've got to find a way to let that sit in your system. The moments that you have that are powerful and successful, they don't have to be fleeting. You can really take them in and say, wow, look at what I have accomplished. Look at all the things that I've been able to do. And I agree, like, as talented as we think you are and the challenges that you go through, look at what you've created. Look at how dope you are, and look at the way that people see you. And I think sometimes it may be hard to sit in that because you almost have to force yourself. But when you do it, girl, and you feel that I'm dope in my system, nobody can take that from you. Nobody.
Exactly.
And actually, Diane Reeves actually told me that she's like, we had this conversation. She's like, you need to just say that you're the shit in the mirror.
Yeah, and that's good. No, I was actually going to suggest write it on the mirror. That's something I had to do. That's something I had to do. I had to, like I actually took like I think it was like a dry erase marker or something, and I just wrote all of these affirmations that I knew I needed to say to myself on the mirror, because I was just like, when I look at this, like I have to retrain myself to speak life and power into me, right? Because it's so easy for me to do to do the opposite. That's what I was taught. That's what I know. That's what's familiar. So we have to like literally unteach and like reteach ourselves. Exactly, absolutely. So I'm just saying, I was gonna say, like, yo, just I am dope. Just write that shit on the mirror every single day. Like, and hopefully it starts to manifest in a way where you know that within yourself, you could feel it, you walk with it, and that light and that power is always there and it's always accessible. So
absolutely.
And to be honest, Tenia, we all have our moments. We all feel the same
That's
way.
real.
Especially before a big gig or before But the thing that I know for sure is that fear feeds on itself, insecurity feeds on itself. If you starve it with positivity, it will help you. It will help you feel stronger in your foundation. You're always gonna feel your care. You're nervous because you care.
Right, exactly.
It won't rock you.
I really wanted you to pull up that question again, Mo, because I think it's a beautiful question. What advice would you give to young girls wanting to get into music? Like, especially understanding some of that anxiety that a lot of people feel jumping into these spaces too.
Right. Thank you, Jamie, for the question.
Yes. So what do you think, Tenia? What advice would you give young girls?
Go for it. Do it.
Do it anyway.
Do it. I mean, being just I've always just playing music, always being mainly the only female in a lot of things, because I'm classically trained percussionist too, so that's a male dominant thing. You just do it. you know, do it, you know, like you're going to deal with a lot of bullshit, you know, but you just do it. You just do it, you know, and like, I could have given up, like, totally, but I didn't. Just that's all I can say. Just do it. You can do it. You're capable.
I love that.
You know, I teach a lot of these little girls right now, and like I hear stories where like she's like, "Well, my dad says only guys can do that." I'm like,
right,
nope, like,
do them wrong. Yeah,
you're doing it now, okay?
right.
You know, no, females can do just as anything. You guys can,
anything.
you know, do it. Anything. We're powerful like that.
That black girl
That's
magic.
right.
That black girl magic. Woo.
You
know?
And I'm happy
what are
have
some
there
of the
to tell them that.
exactly. And I was going to ask, like, what are some of the things that kept you from not giving up? Like, what kept you going?
Family, people that believed in me. Because there's times I wanted to give up. Like, there's times. There was a time in my life when I was playing, just like, I'm not getting gigs, people are not calling me, and like, and I'm really just practicing my ass off, and I just wanted to give up. I was just like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
But then there's people, like I said, my husband's always been the number one supporter. He's like, you got this. He's like, you went to school for it. This is in your soul. You need to do this. You know, and I know I was working for a long period of time in education for a long time and didn't really have much time for music. And then I'm just a couple years ago decided to resign from DPS, and my husband's like, you need to focus on your music. He's like, you're really this is like what you have. This is your gift. You need to do this. You know, and man, I'm just, like I said, I'm so grateful for that guy. He is.
That's right.
Give it up.
15 years of marriage, but we've been together for 19 years. You know,
how many years?
19 years, but married for 15. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
And you know,
I don't care what kind of relationship you rock. That ain't no joke.
No, not at all.
It is not.
And it's funny because I never want to be married. I didn't want to have kids. I want to just focus on my music. And like God's like,
Honey,
we're gonna hook up with that. God got jokes, homie.
Okay, I got a tough question for you. What is your most favorite composition that you've ever created?
It's probably gonna be Bayard and Pin. And it's on the new Spirio Volume 2. Yeah. And it's funny because, like, you know, I do a lot more arranging and playing, but not actually composing. And I composed that when I was actually up at CU Boulder. It was actually a class project. It was a class project. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of like how this sounds. And then, like, I was playing it, my husband's like, that's actually pretty lit. You, like, probably should, you know, do something with this. I'm like, I don't know if it's not that great. So... You know, that's me. It's like, that's a perfectionist, you know, person in me. But then eventually, I brought it into the rest of the guys in Spirit. They're like, we need to do this. Like, this is really cool. And then, like, you know, it was recorded and, like, nothing but, like, amazing, like, accolades for that song. They're like, wow, this is really, really cool. You know, and then on the album, that song, we have Dave Mervine playing trumpet, and he's just freaking amazing. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. You know, and we go way back too. I think we've known each other for like about 20, 25 years. But, you know, got him on there as well as Spirio and played the stuff. And, you know, it was just like, kind of like, you know, because it's called Bayard and Penn. I used to actually live on the corner of Bayard in Pennsylvania, up in West Wash Park.
Got it. Okay.
Because a lot of people like, and there was a story with it, because at that time, I would walk down Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, to the bus stop on Lincoln to go down to CU Boulder. So I would take that bus all the way down to Union Station and then take the Boulder bus to the school. And that's how I would travel to and fro. So like every day was a different like situation. Like when I did that. So that's how I came up with the song. It's always been one of my favorite compositions, because I was just like, it was literally like what I was doing every single day.
Yes, I
love
that.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
It's on the Spirio albums. Actually, it's actually on the YouTubes and Spotify and stuff. So you can definitely check that out.
Yes, I just put a YouTube link, so we'll share that in the comments so y'all can
absolutely will.
Yeah. But yeah, those, like I said, with Spirio, oh my gosh, that's funny how it came about, because the drummer of my band, Andreas Schmidt, like I met him in a jam session. And I was playing, and he's like, I have a feeling you like a lot of Thelonious Monk.
Yeah. Right.
And it's funny.
You are right.
Exactly.
I mean, but I've never. It's actually, here's a little like. It's funny. Here's a little secret. I actually couldn't stand Thelonious Monk for a long time.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It just didn't feel like, it just didn't fit with me for a while. Like I was listening to Thelonious Monk. I know like his like. If his granddaughter's watching, she's probably gonna kill me. So, but like, it just didn't fit well to me. I'm just like, this dude's just playing random shit.
I feel like people feel that way about Ornette Coleman. It's like you gotta really.
And I love Ornette. That took me a while too, because I was like, what the hell is he doing?
It's a lot.
But it's like, no, but it's like high school. Like this is all high school. Like with it's just like they're not doing anything. What are they doing with it? But then eventually, like I got into college. I got into I went to Metro. I was in a jazz band, and eventually, like I started listening to him, and then I got this nickname, like Lil Monk, and I'm just like, why are you calling me Monk? And like everyone knew I was doing Monk, and I was just like, really? I mean, like, but eventually, I read up more into read more about him and listened to him, and Monk just had this attitude like, I don't give a shit what you guys think about me. I don't care.
Oh my God.
That's what I love about him.
And that's what I love him, because like he was so like unorthodox, super unorthodox, and like there would be like musical historians be clowning his ass. He's just like, well, are you making my money?
Man, can I tell you, when I was going to school
like,
in Berkeley, like my thing was I needed to deconstruct Well You Needin'. I needed to know the whole structure of Well You Needin' to really consider myself a true jazz vocalist and to be able to sing that kind of stuff. He's no joke, man.
No, Monk is he's a genius, and it's like
it's crazy. Yeah,
he's a genius, and like just I remember just having I think it was an EP. I think it was the EP, or which one's shorter, the EP or the LP? You guys know the EP. So we had the EP in stereo, and it was like 4 songs. We sent it to like Kubo, and we didn't really expect anything, like okay. But then all of a sudden they kept on playing it, and then like Art. I don't know if you guys.
I know Art.
You guys know Arturo, right? Arturo from Kubo.
Arturo,
Yeah,
that's my dude. So anyway, Arturo Kazuki is like, you guys do so well. Like you play Monk, but you're not Monk, and it's weird because like he's like like what's going on with Monk, but you're different. It's like it's like kind of like a modern approach, and we want to have that modern approach so then we can, so we can have the old heads listen to it like, hey, and then the new heads like, oh, this is cool. So like we try to make sure that we got in everybody.
And I love that.
It's like you learned his language and then like kind of created your own dialect. You know what I'm saying? Or like we're gonna do it this way.
I mean, exactly. And I mean, I have people come to me. It's like no one does Monk like you, and I'm like, wow, that's a compliment because like I'm not trying to play like Monk, but it's funny because there's certain things I'll play and you're like, that's a Monk. Like I'm like, shit, I'm not trying to sound like Monk.
It's just in you.
I'm trying not to.
It's just in there, right?
It's just in there.
It's exactly.
It's part of your musical library, sis. That's all.
I want to let y'all continue, but I gotta bounce. I'm so sorry. Tenia, love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all have a beautiful rest of the sip, y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, we love you.
Love
you. But you know what? I think I was listening to jazz the other day, Tenia, and I started dancing, and I told Ryan, I was like, I could dance to jazz like I'm at a nightclub. You know what I mean? Dancing to Biggie and to Busta.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like,
right?
And I don't understand people who go to jazz and they sit there and they clap like this. Like, to me, I'm like,
I know you feeling it, yeah.
And the way you play is so lively and so forceful. Those of you who see her as this chill person, she blazes the piano.
Blazes.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you.
I hope you feel as affirmed in who you are today as you always should, because you're incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Yeah. And I know
you're doing. You're doing.
Thank you. And for people that like, someone just asked me a question. Like, one of my friends, Catherine, she was like, there was a whole big swing dance, the swing band era, and then people were dancing. And she asked me, she's like, well, how come people stop dancing? I don't know. And I was just, and I'm just like, probably bebop.
You know what? I agree. I think bebop, and I do think that there was a specific desire among some of the musicians to make jazz more sophisticated. It
Right.
wasn't about being your
Yeah.
party dance. It
Yeah,
wasn't about being
exactly.
your DJ.
Yes, all that, all
Right.
It
that,
wasn't
all
about
that.
being your wedding band. It was about
Mhm.
serious music where we
Oh,
were going to
yep.
sit down and play solos that you couldn't understand.
Right.
You know, and that became the nightclub scene. But girl, we need to have a whole conversation about how jazz began and how it evolved over time, because I think that's incredible.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Oh man.
For that.
And I teach, you know, I feel like, you know, as a teacher too, I think it's my duty to teach these kids about their music. This is America's music, man.
Yes, it
This
is.
comes straight out of America. You know?
Right.
You know, and they need to know because like I just every year I always teach something with jazz, if it's like not just improvisation, just about certain people that are really important about jazz. And then there maybe once in a while I have a kid's like, oh yeah, Miles Davis. I'm like, what? Who are your parents?
Right.
What you know?
Like, hey.
What you know about
I'm like,
Miles Davis?
I was like, oh,
Right.
lit.
Exactly.
You know, and then I actually had a student at DLS. His name is Coltrane. I'm like, I think I know why your mom named you Coltrane. I was like, hey.
Love it.
No, so what are you working on now? Like, what is your next? Because I know you're composing something for Elijah McClain, but what else are you like? Where can people see you live or see you perform?
Well, I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I just took on a gig at Trax downtown.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be doing some duo stuff with the bass player from TNT. So we'll be doing some stuff together in there. I'll be playing at Nocturne next month on the 16th.
Oh, nice.
I'm just, you know, with Spirio, so you know, and I'll be playing with John Romero and Ana Monaster and the end of next month. So I'm keeping busy. Like I said, it's like, you know, I want to be playing my music with my people.
Yes,
that's
girl.
You know, like I said, that's not what I do. It's who I am. I have to be creating at a given moment. I have to be doing this, you know, but safely, of course.
Of course.
Because we're not playing with the Rona. Because
right.
I mean, I had to talk to the lady at Trax. I'm like, are we socially distanced?
Right.
I'm like, how close to the audience? She's like, the audience is like 40 feet. I'm like, okay, they need to be 100 feet because we're not playing. Someone comes at me, I'm punching them in the face.
I know that's right.
We went from hello to punch you in the face,
honey.
But it's like, why are you
Rona.
in my area? Where are you in my area?
Right.
Go back
I know.
there.
And for singers, I mean, I just
thing.
did gigs last weekend for Mary Louise Lee's band, which it was so awesome. But we were spread out. But it is this thing where you feel like, okay, you know, at the minute I walked in, I was like, I got my wifey for the microphone.
Right. What you're not gonna do?
Like, I can't even tell you, man. I can't even tell you. Like, my hands are like bleeding for all like the washing and the hands.
Honey,
like I said, I'm not playing
this new
just dry.
No joke.
You know, and then like when you're working around the kids too, you're just like hand sanitizer all over the like not just my hand, but like my arms, my hand.
Right.
Shower in that. Shower in it.
Everything.
Well,
right?
I appreciate you so much for coming on, and I wanted to shout out one of my cousins, Robert Conley, who is on. Rob, thank you so much for joining. Listen, much love to all my folks in Baltimore. I miss y'all. I love y'all. And Tenia, I just want to thank you so much for coming on, and I wanted to ask you, what gives you hope during this time?
Great question.
The young kids, man, coming and fighting.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think me and my husband were talking about Tay Anderson yesterday, and how brave of a soul he is. Like we have more kids like that fighting for the, you know, or just staying in good trouble, man. It's just, you know, there's hope.
Right.
People fighting for the good fight. And that's what gives me
say
hope.
A rest in peace to our representative John Lewis.
Yes,
as well.
yes,
absolutely.
One of my heroes, man. One of my heroes.
Yeah, there has been a week of remembrances of him. And every time I think about that, if y'all get a chance, there's a Sweet Honey in the Rock song called They Are Falling All Around Me. And it's about ancestors leaving this earth. And it makes me think soberly about what will we do to meet the call that they demanded. So
that's powerful right there.
It is.
Yeah. But like you said, an artist has to reflect the times. And
We do.
We must do our best to create.
That's her job, man. That's her job. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I was, like I said, I was really focusing, and like, I just, one day just popped up, and like, Nina Simone, just that quote popped up. I'm like, wow. It's like, I need to be doing some more stuff. I need to start composing some more stuff.
Right?
You know? Whew.
Well, how can people find you? How can they,
Well, I'm on the social media. Like, I'm on IG at Tenia Nelson.
Yes, okay.
And my website, TeniaReneeNelson.com. You can find info, and you can also find me on Facebook on Spheria, which is SPHE. What's that? I'm thinking. Hold on. I'm a little lit.
We love it.
Be lit.
It's okay. So, like, you know, it's SPHERIO. Stereo.
Yes,
That'll be on Facebook. Yeah, or just call, you know, you can find me on, you know, Tenia Nelson on Facebook as well, and my personal, which is Tenia Renee Nelson.
And do you have any online performances coming up for folks who won't be able to see you at Nocturne soon?
The Nocturne, I think I want to say that's going to be streamed too.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you guys please go and check her out, and also give us your Cash App, please.
Yes. What is your Cash App?
I don't even have a Cash App. I mean, I have like Venmo, and I have a Venmo.
Yeah, Venmo's
What's your Venmo? Cool. Yeah.
It's going to be capital TENIA, capital R, and then capital N, and then ELSON. Yeah. So it's just Tenia Nelson, but then capital T, and then the capital R for the Renee, and then capital N for Nelson.
Awesome. I have put that in the chat. You guys, please go and support this incredible artist. And please, I caught your Dazzle performance.
Yes.
And I was getting my entire life. Your chords are just so beautiful, and your approach. I love that you take your time so much with what you have to say, and it's just when you did best part, it just was. I was like,
you played best part. Okay,
honey,
no, I
she
gotta
did a jazz trio of best part, ma'am.
Oh, girl.
And like I said, TNT is fucking fire.
Right, and this is why we need to do a show together. This is why.
Yes,
because we need to do some dope stuff.
Absolutely beautiful. So, guys, please go and support. The Dazzle performance is right on YouTube, and I'm sure Tenia has it on her page. Awesome, and I'm sure she has it linked on her Facebook page as well. So,
or you can just go to Dazzle Presents on YouTube and then just type in Tenia Nelson Trio, and you'll find it.
Perfect. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your stories and just the love that you have for music. We're so inspired by you, and continue
you, ladies. I'm inspired by you guys.
Thank you.
I'm inspired by you.
Thank you.
Definitely our Sister in Power of the Week.
Definitely Sister in Power of the Week.
We wish you all the love and joy, and we please do post even on the SIP page any events that you have coming up. Y'all please check this woman out. Check out this dope jazz pianist, educator, and composer.
Absolutely.
The incredible Miss Tenia Nelson. We are honored to have you, sis. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Much love, everybody. We'll see you
love,
next week.
and check us out, thesippodcast.com. We're on Instagram. We got a bunch of new followers this week. Welcome. Yay! Welcome to the Sip. We hope you are enjoying the space. And next week, we will have fitness guru and swimwear entrepreneur, Miss Brittany Morton from Dallas, Texas. So excited to have her on the show. So be tuned. Stay tuned for next week. Much love to y'all. Bye.